3 break points.
That is sensational from Krajicek, and he takes the set.
That was only the third set Sampras had dropped in the championship. In the second set, the serve again was dominant. We joined
15 love.
Well, Richard, sort of minor version of what happened to poor Boris Berger. He mistimed that return and jarred his wrist all the way up his arm.
14.
Well, that looked way long. It really did. Yes. The replay suggesting it was quite a distance long. I suspect that one was beyond the reach of Cyclops.
Game Sampras.
Michael Jordan, eat your heart out.
Well, this shot will have made Sampras feel a lot better. It's a speciality shot of his. I don't see anybody else playing it anywhere near like him. Just look at the leap. How he connects in the middle of the racket at the top of a jump about a yard high. Extraordinary shot. 5-all.
15 left.
Oh yes, the running forehand, that's another speciality of Sampras.
Yes, it is. He's played many of these in his life. Wonderful shot, but there haven't been many. Not too many have been strung together. That stops a run of points on serve. 15 points have been won consecutively on serve until that one.
$30-15.
Just the faintest suspicion of a wrong footing shot then was enough to win Sampras that point.
$40-30.
No harm done, except to his pride. Feel sorry for the court when a man of the size of Krajicek falls down like that.
Yeah, he's a very cheerful, very pleasant fellow. And it's a bit undignified to do that. Sometimes shakes up your rhythm as well. These are tight moments, 5-all deuce.
Oh, yes.
Well, this is just a masterclass in how to pass down the line on the
Advantage
backhand.
Sampras.
It just had enough topspin to make it dip. And finally, Sampras has another chance to break.
Thank you.
A moment like this hasn't happened since the beginning of the first set.
Deuce.
Well, it was a little late and it was a little strangled, the call.
Pete was on his way to the chair then. Must have been so close.
Advantage Krajicek. Game Krajicek. Krajicek leads 6-5. Second set and 1 set to love.
Absolute relief for Daphne Deckers as her man, Richard Krajicek, comes out of that situation.
Breaks and win a tiebreak.
$15. 30 love.
Sampras shook his head then as much as to say, you know, you were stupid to leave that. It was so close. And it had a bit of topspin on it.
Net second service. With this.
Took advantage of the miss hit, which turned into a very awkward lob.
Well, these sort of things
13-15.
are happening against Sampras and for Krajicek. That gives him a chance to shoot that one down the line. A very impressive shot.
And he drifted it down the line, and it's set point.
$30-40. Quiet, please.
It's been called good. Krajicek thought it had gone long.
I'll tell you something, the only reason that was good and called good was that it was a faint miss hit. It was not out of the middle of the racket. Had it been what Sampras intended, to hit it out of the middle, I think it would have been long and the set would have gone.
Sampras. Sampras.
You know, I think that this sort of weather is actually helping Krajicek because Sampras needs to get a sort of a rhythm, and going on and off the court, you can't get that sort of rhythm. And Krajicek's serve, they don't come any bigger. They really don't. He's about the hardest server in the game. You know, Sampras serves a lot of big serves. Rosetsky's probably, and Ivanisevic probably the best left-handed serves in the game. And Krajicek and Rosset and Sampras are probably the biggest right-handed serves in the game. And, you know, as I said, get to a tiebreaker and it's anybody's business.
So is he going to be praying for better weather tomorrow so we can get in a rhythm? Is that the
Well, he's only got one set to get in a rhythm. I mean, he's got a break serve at some stage. Sure, he could win the tiebreaker, but, you know, he's serving a lot of balls to Krajicek's backhand, which is his strength. My feeling is that even though Sampras has been serving very well during this tournament, that he doesn't feel that confident serving wide. Whether he feels like maybe he's going to slip if he sort of Krajicek hits the ball down the line, I don't know. But you know, it seems to me that the points that we saw here and the big points, Sampras went to his backhand, and that's his strength, Krajicek's strength, and he can hit winners off that. He's not just a big serve. He's got other shots, and he's going to really have to pull himself together, Pete.
I was going to say he's been tipped for the top for a long time, Krajicek. He really is proving it here, though, finally, in a big Grand Slam.
Yeah, I mean, he's done well in the Australian Open, but I think there's a lot of question marks about him mentally. He has injuries, or question marks about his injuries and about how tough he is mentally. And I think he's clearly shown that he's become tough now. Did very well in the French Open. He's doing well here. And, you know, as he said in the interview, he said, you know, I'm quite happy to let my racket do the talking now. You know, I don't want anybody talking about my injuries or me losing, you know, matches which I should have won and stuff like that. I think he's pretty determined.
Yeah, we'll find out tomorrow.
Yes, the replay suggesting it was quite a distance long. I suspect that one was beyond the reach of Cyclops. Well, Richard, a sort of minor version of what happened to poor Boris Berkir. He mistimed that return.
3 break points.
That is sensational from Krajicek, and he takes the set. And jarred his wrist all the way up his arm.
14.
Well, that looked way long. It really did.
That was only the third set Sampras had dropped in the championship. In the second set, the serve again was dominant. We joined
15 love.